Hey guys, okay, so long time no see, but I'm back today. I will not let my channel die. I'm going to figure this out, you guys. I'm going to figure this out. I want 3 videos a week. That's what I want, okay? Is that what you guys want? You put in the comments what you guys want. 3 videos a week, is that good enough? Or do you want more? I can do more. I just gotta figure out my schedule, okay? And shout out to every single teacher in the United States that's doing their job, of course. If you're lazy, you don't teach, and you don't care about the students, then I will not shout you out. But I had to substitute for a couple of days in our little small, very tiny private school that my husband is the principal of. And I helped out in 5th and 6th grade, substitute for a day. And I helped out in the high school Algebra 2 class and chemistry, and don't get excited, y'all. I'm not smart. I just handed out their papers. But I did help in the English classes, high school English, did a little bit of teaching there, just a little bit. And I just cannot thank God enough for good teachers, Now, mind you, I've got a little 7-year-old, he just turned 7-year-old autistic son, and I have been in love with his kindergarten teacher since I met her. We were friends before she was his teacher, and loved her from the instant, but she is basically a volunteer. She doesn't get paid, as far as I know. And if she does, she gets paid the tiniest amount, but she pours everything she has into teaching her kindergarten class, and has for 15 years. And she is the sweet, you won't find a better lady. Gem of a woman. But I helped out in the 5th and 6th grade, and let me tell you, it takes a special person. It takes a special person. So all you teachers out there that are doing a good job, keep at it. All right, so today we're going to talk about this product. This is the Tinted, do I have the box? So here we go. I hauled this a while back, and I'm sorry, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's just been crazy. So this is the XX Revolution Skin Light Compact Tinted Moisturizer, okay? Comes in a box like this, and the big draw with this is that it's a compact cushion type of foundation, but there is a lighted mirror in there. And is it even working? The light may have stopped working. Let's just try it again, shall we? I think the light might not even be working anymore. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can do to make the light work. Nope. So that's kind of a bummer for a product that I've had for a couple of weeks, quite a few weeks, for the light to kind of not work after just that little amount of time. And I haven't been opening and closing it or anything like that. So anyway, that's the whole deal. That's why the packaging is so bulky. Cute packaging, by the way. It's very pretty. It is a little bit bulky, but that, again, because of the light. But basically this is a tinted moisturizer, and you guys know what I'm gonna say. I've already tried this a couple times, tried to film a video, didn't work out. It's been crazy. So it is a tinted moisturizer in a compact, and it is the shade Vanilla, which I believe is way too light for me. The good thing about Makeup Revolution, the whole Revolution Beauty, is they have really, really light shades. Now, since I'm whiter than white, I don't look at too far into how deep the range goes, because I'm usually looking for something that's going to match me. And I do know, for all you pale princesses out there, this does come in very fair shades. So let's see. I am going to use, to apply this, there is a pad, so why don't we just use the pad for one side, and it's just like any other cushion foundation. You get the product on the pad, and for cushions, they suggest that you press and roll. I dab usually, but if you can see, you'll see the pad strokes, so you don't really, or puff, I guess I should say. I would blend it like this. This is how I would just apply it naturally and normally, without trying to follow all these advice that people give you, in the comment section. You're not doing it right. You're supposed to do it this way. So this is how I just would normally do it. Purpose is getting the product on the skin. That's what we care about. Okay, and as you can tell, it is way fair. It's really, I mean, look at that. It's like white. It's like paper white. It's not much difference between the color and the actual puff, which is indeed stark white. The puff is. So it's a tinted moisturizer, so it's not going to be offering like a ton of coverage. And one of the problems with not getting the right shade for my skin is that it's going to look chalky and crusty because of the contrast between the shade and then all my pigmentation. It has to be the exact right shade, which it is not. It's probably, I would even say maybe 2 shades too light for me. Even like in the winter time, it might work. We'll see. It might work in the dead of winter when I'm at my fairest, but since I have a little bit of color from summertime, this is all like hyperpigmentation right here. I don't know if you can see that right here in this area. So it looks like freckles. They're not. It's just hyperpigmentation and melasma and stuff. But this is where I tried to match my foundations to. Now, as you can see, like on camera in the video, it's not looking terrible, but if you see me head on, you're gonna be like, that's a little bit too light for her. So I might have to, like, you know, bronze up or whatever. I'll just use a powder that I have that's a little bit darker than this, and then it should even it out, just as a like a setting powder. So anyway, so it does look a tiny bit chalky. It is filling up my pores. Like, can you see that? On the viewfinder, I can see it. But once I upload it, who knows? Like, sometimes it's not as detailed in the upload on YouTube. So, but it is filling my pores up. So if you have large open pores, that's a mark against it. Other than that, it does look very smoothing. Now, I've got extremely large open pores on my nose, like really, really large. And I wasn't pressing this in very much, maybe a little tiny bit. So that could be, you know, my fault. But it's like, how are you going to blend it in? Like, you have to be able to blend it in. So that's just a mark against it. Otherwise, on the rest of my skin, it looks fine. It looks a little bit dewy. It's looking a little bit crusty on my forehead, a little tiny bit. Like, I don't know. Again, I've worn this a couple of times, and I just don't think it's worth it at this point. I think you're gonna get a better, whoops, result, I just dropped it on the floor, the pad. I think you're gonna get a better result with this. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This is the newer Tinted Moisturizer from Wet n Wild that's come out. Now, this does get into my pores as well, but it's only $5. And I'll put the price of this in the description, but you also have to order this online if you don't have a shop that sells Revolution beauty products, and this is even the line of XX Revolution. So I mean, at this point in time, it's not so amazing that I'm like, yes, it's worth your time, effort, and money to go out and get this. I just don't think it is at this point. It's okay. It's not offering a ton of coverage. It's not even offering like the most amazing skin look. It's a natural type finish, not too dewy, not too matte. It's just not very remarkable. So I'm gonna go ahead and just even myself out on the other side with the brush. I do like to use brushes with just any foundation, but I seem to be able to get a decent result with any cushion foundation I've tried using a brush. Like, I don't feel like you have to have that puff. I think you can get just as good of an application with a regular sponge, one of these flocked velvet type sponges, or you can even use this type of a sponge, the mushroom style. This is not ready to go. It's not dampened or anything, but this material on the outside is the same material as the puff that comes with the cushion is made out of. So it's meant to kind of go with it and be that same sort of material. But now that I'm getting like more of this product on, you can kind of tell, you know, how light, how very remarkably fair this is. So if you need a tinted moisturizer, you're looking for a compact style, like there's a lot of boxes that have got to be ticked here for this to be of worth it for you. And you need something that's ultra fair, and you like the color pink and silver, then you may want to give this a go. And again, like, it all depends on what your price point is and all that stuff too. And again, I had to order this online. So not only do I have to order it, and sometimes they do really good sales on Revolution Beauty. I really like their products. They have good products. They do sales. They have inexpensive stuff. So, you know, but then you have to also pay for shipping as well. So if it's worth the price point for you to try, then you may like this. I feel like I am getting, it's just weird. Like, it looks like there's product on my skin. Like, my skin is a different color than it was before I put this on, yet everything's showing through. My spot right here, all my little freckles, all my little melasma, my hyperpigmentation around my eyes is covered up a bit, but it doesn't look great. I mean, again, that's not the product's fault. You can see that it's covering some, and if that's what you're looking for, good coverage, really very, very even skin tone, but some of your imperfections kind of showing through to look really natural and skin-like, then you may like this. Again, not super dewy. It's got a tiny bit of a reflex, so it's a more natural finish, I would say. But again, I've tried this a couple times. I have worn it throughout the day, and it wears just like you would expect a tinted moisturizer to wear. Not remarkably well, but not terribly either. If you have really good skin, you just need a little bit of an even out, you may like this. But again, there are other products out there that offer the same sort of coverage and finish and are less money and more readily available. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.